Welcome back, everyone, to the finale of the original Mega Man on the NES. And I made it through the Robot Masters 4 without a single death, surprisingly. Believe it or not, I was surprised too. But now it's Wily time. I might take a death here. I think that's the best option. I think I'm just gonna take a quick death. And so here's the thing. I'm gonna give it one real attempt. I'm gonna give it one real attempt, and then I'm gonna give it the old Yellow Devil treatment if I don't beat it on the one attempt, because I'm done. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am done. And yes, I'm gonna use this effective save state. I hope it's a save state. I'm probably gonna do some rewinding. But I'm gonna give it one legit attempt. Very legit. And then I'm just gonna say fuck it on the second phase. So, I apologize in advance if you guys want to see a real battle, but I just don't feel like spending an hour on this fucking guy. This just kind of sucks for a lot of different reasons. Fuck you, Wily! I think that's it. I actually think I beat him. Shit. This should not be its own part. Holy fucking shit. Why did I do that? I should have just played it out in the last part, but I didn't. Now I have to decide what I'm gonna do. That kind of sucks. I guess we'll just talk about the game. Clear points, yay! Okay. So, this is not my, as I mentioned before, this is not my first time ever clearing a classic game. I've beaten 7 and 8. However, I've never beaten any NES game up until this point. So this was my first time ever beating the original NES Mega Man. And thoughts are... I like 7 and 8 more, personally. There's a lot of bullshit aspects of it, but that's to be expected, especially for an NES platformer and a shooter like this. You know, you expect bullshit. You expect it's going to be bullshit hard, it's going to be dumb shit. And yes, I raged at points in this game, but I can't say a lot because I knew what I was getting into. And I think the game's fine, and I think if you want to play it, go play it. Buy the Legacy Collection or whatever platform you want to buy. Probably not Switch, but you know, it's what it is. You know, if you want to play the original hardware, go get the original hardware and play it. But there is so many collections out there that you can play the original Mega Man on. You can find a way to play it with relative ease, without having to go get an NES. And do I like the game overall? For the most part, yeah. There were some bullshit aspects, and I hate Fireman. But I got kind of used to Fireman. You get used to all the bosses. That's the thing about a Mega Man game. Is you play it a ton, and you get kind of used to the bosses, and you can, for the most part, beat them with relative ease. Obviously, there was a struggle on some of it that you know, because I'm a noob, or I'm new to the Mega Man Classic series, I was always going to struggle with. And, but once you know the weaknesses, once you kind of get the patterns down, like, the only one that gave me shit at the end, really, was Fireman. And he gave me shit. Electman just hits hard, but if you know what you're doing, you can beat him fairly easily. And that's true for everyone else. They all hit kind of hard. And even Gutsman only took 2 bombs once I got used to his ground pound attack. That was the toughest part. Then was figuring out the ground pound attack. But overall, though, I mean, the game's fine. And if you want to play it, you know, please do check it out. And I think you'll enjoy it if you like these games, and if you don't really like this game, you won't enjoy it. Obviously, next up on the On the Mega Man side, Classic is going to Mega Man 2, which I have never touched. Never played, never attempted to play. Obviously, I've heard amazing things. There's e-takes, there's a bunch of things that they've added to make the game a little bit easier, not as bullshit hard, and I do appreciate that. So I'm looking forward to that. But next up for this channel is we are going to go into Mario Odyssey, because by the time this part comes up, it's going to be early June. The Switch 2 is coming out soon, so I think now is the perfect time to go into Odyssey. The only 3D Mario game on the Switch, so which is normal for their titles for the most part. So I mean, I'm not surprised, but obviously no Mario platformer has been announced. So, but we'll head on. That is the final mainline platformer that I have to do for the Nintendo Mario series. I'm looking forward to that. Not 100%ing it because I don't want to 100% that game under any circumstance. I just don't enjoy it that much. There's a lot of fucking shrine. There's a stars or moons or whatever. Moons. There's moons. They are moons. There's a lot of fucking moons in that game. 800 plus. So I have just zero desire to do that. I'll get extra. Like, I'm not gonna go out of my way not to do. Like, I'm gonna hit the bare minimum and move on to the next world. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna show off some of the special stuff if I can remember how to do it or no. But I've actually never beat the game. I've gotten about halfway through it and then I kind of just stopped playing. But we were playing it all the way through, not 100%. So I'm looking forward to that, and I think that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. As far as my future with the Switch 2, don't expect anything for a while. I'm not really looking forward to the Switch 2. I wasn't the biggest fan of the presentation. I just don't. And I never buy a system on first release. Never. I have not done that in my entire adult life. That has never happened. I don't even know if I've ever did. I don't know if we ever did it as kids either. I've never done that. I'm sure at some point I will get a Switch 2, especially when Mario Platformer gets announced. Maybe something will change, maybe a year or two down the road. But it's gonna be a while before I go full bet shebang in the Switch 2. However, one exciting development I will have down here in the next couple months is my plan is to get the Steam Deck, and I look forward to playing some Steam games, maybe some games I've never been able to play because I don't like CPU gaming. It's not my thing. If it's your thing, go for it. It's not my thing. I'm just not a fan of keyboard and mouse. Steam Deck, I can play on regular TV, kind of like a Switch. I'll probably get the docking station. I'll have a secondary, and I'm looking forward to that. And I don't have a clue what's on the Steam Deck for the most part. I do have a Steam account, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's on. But I appreciate you guys checking this series out. Real quick, I wanted to show off a little bit of the Mega Man collection. Please buy up the X and Mega Man collection because I'm sad that Mega Man has basically become a nothing point for Capcom. Like, they just don't care about it. And the last game we got was Mega Man 11, which was 2018. So we're already in like 6-7 years later. And that was really more of a fuck you to Mighty Number 9. I'm pretty much convinced of that. I know maybe the things don't line up and it was fine game, which I haven't beat, but that will be on the list of Mega Man games. But I want another X game. I want one more brand new Capcom official Mega Man X9, and then I think I'll be okay. Because I want to end the series right. That's not a slight to Mega Man X8. I'm sure X8 is a fine game. Never played it. Have seen it played. It looks fun. It has its warts, but it's not like more like X5 to me than like 6 and 7, which were just trash. Especially X7. I could deal with X6. I hate X7. But I really want X9, and I thought with the success that the collections had, especially the X series collection, I thought we would at least be hearing about some sort of development by now. Hell, you told me back then when it came out, I would put money on X9 would have been out by now. And crickets. And To be honest, I am very resigned to the fact that we probably will never get an X9. And I'm not entirely sure we'll ever get a new true Mega Man again. That seems unlikely. Theoretically or logically, you know, you can see a Mega Man 12, but it just seems like Capcom doesn't care about the Mega Man Blue Bomber. It seems like they want to move on, and that's fine. Not everything lasts forever. But Sonic the Hedgehog can last through some really shit times, and really have never had a lot of good luck in the 3D realm. I know there's been a couple good games if you're a Sonic fan. I am not. I have not played much Sonic in my life. I can see why you like it though. Speed, fun. I get it. I just think it's Genesis. Never really played it. So I think if Sonic, who is Sega, can last through some really dark times in this history, Mega Man can too. And I hope for a day where the Mega Man franchise is revived and popular again. And may hold us. Maybe if you're a Legends fan, maybe we'll see that Mega Man Legend 3. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? But I can't sit here and say it's going to happen. I don't think it's. Unfortunately, I would be very surprised if that does happen. But you know, crazier things that happen. So what's Beat 2? That's exactly it. Oh, that's cool. I like that. But yeah, this collection, there's two parts. This first one has all the NES games, and the other one has up to 10, I think. I don't think I think I base. Be very surprised if it did. But yeah, that's the rant. I just wanted to stretch this video out. Thank you for listening. Maybe one day we'll have a new Mega Man game, right? But thank you for joining me. Next up, Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey. End of an era for this channel. The final Mario. 3D Mario. Mainline platformer Mario. For now. We know Mario is going to have more. But until then, everybody, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. Deuces!